Hello, this is Norman Daniels from Paxton Presbyterian Church, and today, in honor of Memorial Day that we are dressed for at this point, we're going to talk a little bit about the flags and the flag holders that you see here. If you look throughout our yard, you'll see that it is dotted with a number of American flags showing the veterans. Some are 50-star flags. Others are what we call the Betsy Ross flags, which indicate Revolutionary War soldiers. But as we look at these, we can see that some of the flags are on special holders with symbols. And every cemetery in the United States has these kinds of symbols. So today we're going to just briefly look at each one so that if you come here or you go to another cemetery, look for these symbols and it will tell you about the veterans and their service. So come with me. We're standing in front of Reverend John Elder's grave, the fighting parson, and he has a special marker, and this one is from the Sons of the American Revolution. You can see that this one has the star, and in the center, it's a Minuteman statue. So when you see this shape from the Sons of the American Revolution, obviously, this is a Revolutionary War person. And Reverend Elder was a leader even during the Indian War period of time, French and Indian War time, as well as a supporter of the Revolution. Now we're going to move to a different marker right over here, so come with me. Now this is the grave of David Elder, and he also was a Revolutionary War soldier, and he has a different marker. You notice it's round. It says Revolutionary War, and it has a picture of a Revolutionary Continental soldier. So this was put on, these kind of markers were donated by family or donated by fraternal organizations or governmental entities. And so anytime you see a round one with a Continental soldier, this would be Revolution. And again, this has a Betsy Ross flag, the round flag. This was donated by our chapter of the Sons of American Revolution just 2 weeks ago. There is an 1812 marker, and this one is very similar to this, only instead of a Revolutionary War, it has 1812 on it. Okay, now we'll move to the next one. Now here we see the final resting place of Samuel Elder. And Samuel Elder was an artillery officer during the Civil War. He actually was in charge of the battery that fired the last cannon shot at Appomattox. So you could almost say that he fired one of the last shots of the war. The cannon that was under his control is now outside the library at West Point. Now the flag and the holder he has is the GAR, which stands for Grand Army of the Republic. That was the Civil War Veterans Organization. And when a veteran would join, they had to be obviously a Civil War Union veteran. And when they joined, they would get a badge similar to that with on a ribbon and a pin that they would wear to show their membership in the GAR. And so anytime you see a star like this, especially with GAR or 1861, 1865, you're looking at a Civil War Union veteran. Now we'll move next to World War I. Now between the Civil War and World War I, we had the Spanish-American War. We do not have any veterans, to my knowledge, of the Spanish-American War, but just so that you know, their symbol on their flag holder is a cross, almost like the Red Cross standard, and it may say Cuba on it. But this marker that we have right here, this round one with the star that says US, this indicates to us that it's a veteran of World War I. And so while we have a number of World War I veterans with us, not all of them are marked with that circle and the star because, first of all, we don't have any more. Second of all, because of the expense, and unfortunately there's some been stolen, not necessarily here, but throughout the country. Um, People are starting just to put the flags in the ground without these special markers. So finding these markers is unique and kind of nice. But if you see the star in the circle, then that one is a World War I veteran. Now we'll look over here. Here we have a World War II flag holder. You can see the symbol is an eagle with outstretched wings. This is like the symbol that was put on the veterans' uniforms. They were given a little diamond-shaped piece of cloth to sew on, which indicated that they had been honorably discharged. And so they used that symbol on the grave markers as well. Veterans called it the ruptured duck, and because it's the way you're standing and everything. But Paxton Church had many World War II veterans who stepped up to answer the country's call. We have not nearly enough of these flag holders, but when you're out and around the cemetery and you see this, then you know that this is a World War II veteran. So, we have Korean veterans here. We do not have any of the markers for them, the flag holders. A lot of the symbols are several variations of those cemetery markers. Most of them have a globe to indicate United Nations conflict, but we do not have any to show you. We have one Vietnam veteran who is here, and again, they also have various variations of their flag holder markers, and they look very similar to the World War I marker, only it says Vietnam on it. And there's also several others. As we think about the just passing through Memorial Day, when you go into a cemetery and you see the flags, you see the markers, take a moment and think of the price that was paid. Some gave some gave all, and we thank them for their service. This is Norman Daniels from Paxton Presbyterian Church. We are reopening our church. It is available on Sunday services. We have moved our time to 9 a.m. We are available through live streaming. We're also, you may come in. We do ask if you do not have both your vaccination shots that you would wear a mask, but if you have both shots, you're welcome to come without a mask. And we look forward to talking to you again. God bless you.